African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoy, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 12th of May, 2023. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. In Kupiansk direction, the attacks, launched by aviation, as well as the artillery of the Zapad group of forces, have resulted in the neutralization of the enemy units close to Dvireknoye, Kharkov region, and Novosiylovskoye, Lugansk People's Republic. In addition, the actions of sabotage and reconnaissance group were suppressed close to Kotlyarovka, Kharkov region. The enemy losses were over 60 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 2 motor vehicles, 2 Grad MLRS, 1 U.S.-manufactured M109 Paladin artillery system, and 1 Akatsiya self-propelled artillery system. In Krasny Lyman direction, the attacks, launched by operational tactical and army aviation, as well as artillery of the Tsentr group of forces, have resulted in neutralization of armed forces of Ukraine manpower and hardware close to Torskoy, Donetsk People's Republic. 2 sabotage and reconnaissance groups have been eliminated close to Chervenaya Dybrova and Kremenaya, Lugansk People's Republic. The enemy losses were over 75 Ukrainian servicemen, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 3 pickup trucks, 1 Akatsiya self-propelled artillery system, and 1 D-20 howitzer. In the western part of Artyomovsk, the assault units continue the offensive to capture the city neighborhoods. The airborne troops are supporting them and suppressing armed forces of Ukraine attempts to counterattack on the flanks. The aviation have made 9 sorties close to Artyomovsk. The group's artillery have performed 64 firing missions. Operational tactical and army aviation, as well as artillery of the U group of forces, inflicted a fire damage on the enemy units close to Chasov Yar and Bogdanovka, Donetsk People's Republic. In Soldar tactical direction, the enemy carried out offensive actions along the entire line of contact stretching over 95 kilometers. The armed forces of Ukraine launched 26 attacks involving more than 1,000 servicemen, up to 40 tanks and other military and special purpose equipment. All the attacks of the armed forces of Ukraine, have been repelled. There has been no breakthrough in the defense of Russian forces. In Maloylanovsko direction, in order to improve the stability of the defense, units of the U group of forces have occupied the military line, taking into account the advantageous conditions of Burkhovskoye Reservoir. The soldiers of the 4th and 200th Motorized Rifle Brigades, Army aviation crews, and other units of the armed forces of the Russian Federation have shown their courage in repelling the enemy attacks. The enemy losses were over 540 Ukrainian servicemen, 8 tanks, and more than 20 other armored vehicles. In Donetsk direction, the enemy losses were around 900 Ukrainian servicemen killed and wounded, more than 30 armored vehicles, as well as 7 motor vehicles, 2 D-30 howitzers, and 1 U.K manufactured L-118 howitzer. Air defense facilities have shot down 1 armed forces of Ukraine's Su-27 fighter close to Chasov Yar, Donetsk People's Republic. 1 artillery ammunition depot of the 110th Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine has been destroyed close to Avdiivka. In South Donetsk and Zaporizhzhia directions, the aviation and artillery operations of the Vostok group of forces have resulted in the neutralization of the armed forces of Ukraine units near Vodyanoye and Ugledar, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 110 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 tank, 2 motor vehicles, and 1 Gvozdika self-propelled artillery system. In Kherson direction, the enemy losses were up to 40 Ukrainian servicemen, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 3 motor vehicles, and 1 Akatsiya self-propelled artillery system. Operational tactical and army aviation and artillery of the Russian group of forces have engaged 72 armed forces of Ukraine artillery units, manpower, and hardware in 102 areas during the day. 1 storage of fuel for armed forces of Ukraine hardware has been destroyed near Zaporizhzhia. One U.S. manufactured and TPQ-36 counter-battery warfare radar has been destroyed near Borovaya, Kharkov region. One Ukrainian Zoopark-1 reconnaissance and firing control radar system has been destroyed close to Nikopol, Dnipropetrovsk region. Air defense facilities have intercepted 3 AMRs and Uragan rocket-propelled projectiles. Air defense facilities have shot down 25 Ukrainian UAVs close to Kryvashivka, Crimea, Luhansk People's Republic, Belagorovka, Avdiivka, Chasiv Yar, Donetsk People's Republic, Kamenskoy, Tokmak, Pologi, Zaporizhzhia region, Golaya Pristan, and Zborievka, Kherson region. In total, 422 airplanes, 230 helicopters, 4,099 unmanned aerial vehicles, 421 air defense missile systems, 9,108 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,100 fighting vehicles equipped with MLRS, 4,796 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 10,141 units of special military vehicles have been destroyed since the beginning of the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.